Time to float. You float down here.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the greatest show. As usual, I'm your host, Dusty Smith, and got a petite show for you guys tonight. It'll be alright. I always say it's gonna be short, but I'm a dirty fucking liar. You guys know me. And how the hell's everybody doing tonight? I love the shit out of each and every one of you, except for you. You know who you are. So tonight gotta cover religious bullshit. I know it's gonna come as a shock, but religious people seem to be raping kids a lot. I know, right? And got Chud Watch, got us some Chud Watch. Elon Musk was on the Bill Maher show, and unsurprisingly, Bill Maher was sucking those balls, just slurping them up. Two biggest idiots on the fucking planet talking about nonsense. Gotta cover that. Got a big hero section at the end if we get to it. Excuse me. Cough, cough. So, let's go ahead and kick it off, folks. Actually, what I'm going to do first, something I haven't done in a while, I'm going to do a little unboxing. You guys send me stuff all the time. There is in the description of this video, my P.O. box, and you can send me anything you want to. Anything. Literally fucking anything. And as long as it's legal, I'll show it on the show. I have also a link to my animal sanctuary wish list. You guys know I run Animal Sanctuary, right? I rescue dogs and kittens that are about to be euthanized and give them forever homes. You know, because I'm evil. Anyway, you guys send me stuff from Amazon wish list and stuff, and I've been really bad about doing unboxings and stuff because we're really unorganized right now because we're remodeling the whole house the best we can, slowly but surely. So I apologize if you've sent me stuff and I have not said anything about it. I've not read it on the air. I promise to be better about that in the future. Please forgive me. I am horrible. But I got this one from Susan. Susan sent me some peel and stick. There you go. Boom. These are fucking awesome. And they're kind of expensive too, which is crazy. I didn't think anybody would send these to me, but I got a couple of them. This from Susan says, enjoy your gift. I sent you stuff before and never heard you unbox or announce. I know, I'm just disgusting. I apologize. Whippets, car treats. You sent me whippets? Like a little thing of whippets? I didn't get a big thing of whippets if you sent them, but you did. Like the underwear. Yes, I do like underwear. So that's cool. Love you from Susan. Love you, Susan. I'm going to show you, Susan, what your gifts have brought forth to me. So basically what we're doing is, this is the other side of my room. You guys saw the side of my room before, which has my studio in it. The other side of my room we're remodeling, and it was just this ugly, it was actually all like sheetrocked over. So we put the mantle there, and I'm building, still haven't done yet, so don't make fun of it yet, but we're building like a faux brick fireplace, and I got one of those electronic fireplace inserts. It looks like real fire over there, but it's not. It's basically like a TV that's pretending to be fire. It's pretty fucking cool though. So we're working on all that. So pretty cool. Thank you for sending those. We're going to basically replace the entire borders up here. We've already started. This is kind of an older picture. All that stupid ass paneling we're replaced with this faux brick. It's almost like a Hollywood movie set in here. So cool. Thank you. I appreciate you, Susan. And I'm sorry that I did not read those before. And I got some fuck Trump bumper stickers. My camera is spun around backwards, so you just have to pretend. It says but it's fuck Trump backwards. And this was sent to me by Floyd Fluffin' Stuff, who sent me a letter with it that says, Dear Dusty, I had these stickers printed before the 2020 election and quickly sold out of them. I just got a fresh limited batch hot off the presses and wanted to make sure you had some. Give one to Jeff and your mom, and maybe even that uncle you have that watches Fox News all day. Gonna be a big hit with those folks. I have these available through my eBay listing, but wanted to extend a special offer. Okay, anybody that gave me the eBay link on here, it's a bunch of numbers and stuff. But ask Floyd Fluffin' Stuff. You guys want some of these? He'll hook you up with some fuck Trump bumper stickers. And get that out of the way of the... And I got like $20 in cash sent to me from something JD, JP, Heart, JP. I don't know. I can't read the writing, but it says it's your tithe and you love the show and you can barely write because my back has been out for a while. I'm sorry to hear that. Smoke some weed. Anyway, definitely appreciated. Your tithe is accepted. My child, I definitely appreciate you. And all right, that's all I have for now. But you guys want to send me stuff, feel free to go ahead and look down into the description of this video and send me shit. That'd be cool. I'll do a better job of reading it in the future and showing it off. I appreciate you. And now to your regularly scheduled programming. It's religious bullshit, y'all. Every motherfucker get up and sing now. Huh. Religious bullshit, y'all. But I motherfucking should. It's time. Time for religious bullshit. Hey, yeah. And as always, starting off depressing, but I have to cover it. Ventura, California, youth pastor James Duran raped a 14-year-old girl in his congregation. Upon finding out about it, his father and his mother, also both pastors, convinced the girl it was her fault and to focus on God instead of contacting the police. Yeah, God wouldn't want you to contact the police. I mean, he didn't help you. He's all powerful. He's all, no, he could have helped you. He didn't help you, which means probably your fault, little 14-year-old girl. So, just let it happen, I guess. Super cool Christianity. And then more of this, always, all the time, more of this. Let me just play the clip.
58-year-old David Nims is accused of placing hidden cameras in a Calvary Baptist Church bathroom and recording churchgoers using the restroom.
The 8 victims that we discovered most recently, 4 of which were juveniles, that's what makes it a felony. They were under 16 years old, and it happened at 3 different locations. Some, I believe, were at the church, some were at Nims's home, and some were at his wife's place of work.
Nims was the volunteer youth director at this church. Videos posted online before his arrest show him surrounded by young children.
Oh, really? Surrounded by young children, huh? And not a drag queen? Nope, not a drag queen. Once again, shocker. So I'm going to show you in the trash world section, the Nazis invaded Ohio to protest a drag queen story hour. They're never anywhere around these people, though. They're never actually protesting the real child molesters. I wonder why that is. The Nazis full of shit? Could it be? And also not a drag queen. An Iowa jury found former Christian missionary Jordan D. Andrew Webb, 30, of Fort Dodge, guilty of child sexual abuse and incest. This dude gave a 4-year-old gonorrhea, folks. The prosecutors also presented circumstantial evidence that the former missionary infected his underage victim with gonorrhea. Just every week, every show. It's at least 3 a fucking show now. Every goddamn show. 6 a week. 1 a fucking day. Nobody talking about it. Instead, you get Bill Maher having Elon Musk on goddamn HBO talk about woke mind virus. Oh my God, they're coming for your kids, the woke mind virus. It's just so goddamn frustrating, folks. I'm having such a hard time getting any kind of traction whatsoever. I know it's depressing, but fuck, we got to cover it. And then far-right commentator Jack Zimrak says LGBTQ-friendly churches are the problem. Yeah, isn't that the problem, folks? Hey, it's not the fact that the preachers are raping kids all over the goddamn place, one every day. No, that's not the problem. Love and acceptance towards gay and trans people. That's the real problem to these fucking animals.
Churches that start hanging out the rainbow flag as if they were painting blood over the doorposts at Passover so that the plague leaves them alone. Churches that embrace sexual perversion and perversity and transgenderism, they are doing exactly what churches did when they accepted segregation in the Klan in the 1950s, exactly what they did when they accepted slavery in the 1850s.
Definitely.
And when they accepted the Nazi Party in the 1930s in Germany.
Only the Nazi Party are literally the ones protesting against gay and trans. So opposite, the exact opposite of what you're saying, you fucking drag of humanity. And also, folks, get your super chats in. No super chat yet? Holy shit. Gonna be one of those nights, I guess. Anyway, great way to support the show is through the super chats. I don't sell anything. I don't make any money off the show. I'm doing this for free except for the super chats and the patrons. So I read every single word you say on the super chat's a great way to moralize yourself and hear my beautiful voice say your words. It's just poetry. So help a brother out if you can. Super chats, I'm going to read every single one of them at halftime and the end of the show. So please help me out. Please help me combat this religious fundamentalism that's taken over the entire world, basically. I need your help. And then on religious bullshit. Yep. Definitely, folks. Do you think Jesus would treat the trans movement with the same amount of hate that you do? Asked him Matt Walsh. And of course, his response is, yes, 1,000 times yes. Of course, Jesus would hate trans people as much as I do. Of course, he would spend all his time shitting on trans people and ignoring all the rapes happening in the church. Yes, he would appreciate and support me insinuating all gays, all trans people are pedophiles. Providing legitimate straight up cover for actual pedophiles raping kids everywhere, casting the spotlight on innocent people while the actual pedophiles hide in the spotlight. Hell yes, Jesus would support that. And who the fucking knows? If God and Jesus, if the God of the Bible and Jesus are actually the same person, he a fucking dick. Maybe he would be a giant piece of shit, just like fucking Matt Walsh. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, all his followers are fucking morons. All his followers are bottom of the barrel trash piece of goddamn shit. Why wouldn't he be? Trash of a feather goddamn rots together. And then I'll take things that never happened for 500 once again, Alex. Yep. I sure wish Christians owned cell phones where they could actually record with the cameras the things that they claim that happen. It's weird that they don't actually seem to own any. Every goddamn body on earth now owns a phone, but not Christians. No cameras around when miracles happen. It's amazing. Let's have a listen.
What happens in a miracle service is there's healing release, and some people see absolutely no change. And they get discouraged because I guess God doesn't want to heal me. I guess it didn't happen or whatever.
Yeah, I guess it's fake bullshit. I guess only idiots would believe it from lying con men. Yeah, you think that seems pretty logical.
If we're in the presence of the Lord, I believe that God is working miracles.
He's not.
Take what you receive and begin to decree it until you see it.
Fake it
The
till you make
Bible
it.
says this, and very, very often we saw this in Luke chapter 17. It was the 10 lepers.
Oh,
They
not
came
lepers.
to Jesus.
Uh-huh.
They were crying out for mercy. He says, listen, go show yourselves to the priest. And as they went, they were cleansed. Okay? We've seen this multiple times. We've
never seen it. You're mentioning a fictitious story in a book of fairy tales from thousands of years ago. Never once. We live in an era of cameras every fucking where. How come not a single documentation, you lying son of a fuck?
A woman who had flat feet caused her pain. It was actually one of our leaders. We called out a word of knowledge. She received prayer in the service. We called out a word of knowledge. Didn't manifest. She received laying on of hands. Did not manifest. She goes home.
What was God waiting on?
She goes to sleep. She wakes up the next day and she's got 2 beautiful big arches in her feet.
Totally happened. Definitely happened, folks. God was just waiting till nobody was around to see it because God is shy as shit. Hell yeah, he can't do miracles when people are watching. It's like how I can't pee when people are watching. I cannot pee when you're watching. Don't watch me pee, everybody. Why is everybody watching me pee? Anyway, and then here's one for your Monday motivation. You know what? I'm starting to think the devil is cool as fuck, y'all. Christians are, every time they try to make him look bad, they just try to make him look better. I don't know. Anyway, this lady with the big fat fake lips is going to tell us all about it.
I'm going to tell you how the devil works, because a lot of us perish for a lack of knowledge.
Oh, no.
When you became a Christian,
I didn't.
That means you automatically enlisted in God's army.
Fuck God's army.
Spiritual warfare
Hell
will
no.
come your way. And just like God has a plan for your life,
I don't want his plan.
The devil also has a plan for your life.
Awesome.
And he's active about trying to make it come to pass.
Cool. Fuck yeah. I'm on board with the devil's plans. God's like a dick, but what's the devil got in store for me?
He hates everything about
What?
you.
Why the devil hate me? I'm pretty cool. I don't believe you. I think the devil and me are going to get along like this.
Because you were made in the image or in the likeness of God.
Well, who was he made the image of?
That's why he wants you to hate yourself. He wants you to hate the way that you look. He wants you to isolate
I'm gorgeous, devil. You failed.
yourself. He wants you to cut yourself so that you hurt your own body.
Oh, hell no, I like pain. I ain't cut myself, devil. Fuck all with that bullshit.
He wants you to commit sexual sin.
Oh, done, Satan. I would do that part.
Because that's the sin that the Bible says is against our own body.
Hell yeah, sign me up.
Consequences. He wants you to destroy your body with substances.
Hell yeah, now we're talking substances.
Or if he knows that you're not going to fall prey to substances, if he offers you drugs and he knows you're going to say no, he's not going to offer you drugs.
What? Shut the fuck up, bitch. I want the devil to offer me drugs. I will take all the drugs you have, devil. Please send me free drugs. Never met the devil, apparently, because I would be all into the free drugs.
He'll just offer you a powerless Christ,
That's
a lukewarm
awesome.
and complacent Christianity.
Better.
So
Cool.
what do we do?
Nothing.
James 4:7
Enjoy it.
says, therefore submit to God,
Hell
resist
no.
the devil,
Fuck God. I ain't submitting to you, motherfucker. I ain't God's cuck.
and he will flee from you. Spiritual warfare begins when we just start to obey God
I ain't obeying your God, bitch.
and reject the world.
And also, like, you obviously hate the way you look. What are you talking about? You got your lips plumped up. Look like a big fat Kim Kardashian ass. Damn, I know that ain't goddamn natural. What are you talking about, woman? You ain't as God made you. You all made up, which is fine. It's fine, but you just a hypocrite a little bit.
And as long as you're just trying to walk in obedience before God, he's going to take care of everything else.
Nope.
I pray for you and I bless you in Jesus' name.
Yeah, keep praying, bitch. Keep praying. Pray about those lips. And finishing us off tonight on religious bullshit, folks. I apologize in advance. I saw this, and now you have to as well. So apparently Christians, who you know are the coolest people who ever existed, blink, 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 have a new late night. I'm sure it's not coming out late at night because Christians go to bed at like 8 o'clock. The nerds that they fucking are. Anyway, it's called Making Life of It? Making Light of It with Darren Stott. And apparently it's their version of like a Jimmy Fallon Christian late night talk show. And it's even worse and more uncool than you could possibly imagine. Let's all enjoy this together, shall we?
With Darren Stott.
Woo!
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies.
boys and girls, it's Darren Stott.
This is the show where we endeavor to release the joy of heaven into your...
All right, stop. Nice set. It's all green screen all the time. Don't you guys have billionaires funding you? Aren't you like messengers of God? You think God would have a bigger checkbook or some shit?
world. I'm not alone. I have my one-man band, the brilliant, the extraordinary.
The brilliant, the extraordinary God. He is a charisma black hole. Holy shit, this is the best you got, Christianity? Probably.
And handsome, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Swanson.
Hey, look at this old motherfucker. Oh, another old motherfucker.
Is good medicine. We need some medicine.
So hip, so cool. Look at these cutting edge next generation performers they have.
Somebody prophesied that you were going to marry a dog.
What? Didn't Dog Bounty Hunter's Big Titty White just die? He got him another woman already? Not very Christian, Dog the Bounty Hunter, and holy shit, dude, stay out of the sun. And looking bad, dog. Looking real bad.
Do you know how you get rid of mosquitoes? You got to call the SWAT team.
Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go, motherfuckers. Oh, my God. Kill me, please, somebody.
Did you guys enjoy that prophetic win,
I did
lose,
not.
or draw? Come on, let's go.
Even the gesture board. Oh, spicy wing challenge. I saw this on the internet. Super cool. They got two 90-year-old men. Nice toupee, dude. Holy God, what is this? Riveting stuff. And look at all the high-tech graphics.
You know,
It's going to appeal to the
a lot
children's.
of people think that good bears go to heaven, but it's not true. Forgiven bears go to heaven.
And then when I met Jesus at 17,
He destroyed your hairline?
it was like, man, he loves me.
Oh,
You guys like
God.
us to have a good old-fashioned shootout. Come on, buddy.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, they're shooting Nerfs at each other. This old guy and this cringe dude. Oh no. That's not how you do that. You gotta bury your hand in the crook of your elbow and then put your hand behind the head to stop them from doing 2-on-1 with your hand. It's jiu-jitsu 101, motherfucker. God damn it.
Get him in here, good, Bobby. Two truths and a lie. You guys want to play two truths and a lie?
The Bible is real. Ha! That's a lie.
Number 2 is the lie with the caveat.
Okay.
I did jump out of a tree at a person, but it wasn't a machine gun, it was a 45.
So my dog accidentally ate a whole bag of Scrabble tiles, so I took him to the vet. No word yet.
I don't even want to be on this planet anymore. I don't want to participate in what is happening anymore. God damn it. Anyway, I'm going to watch it. Huge ratings definitely coming your way, Christianity. Yikes. And that is my religious bullshit for tonight. Are we terrified to the core of our being? I cringed a hip. I'm sorry I didn't give a cringe warning. I should have done so. My bad. This is Late Night Television Christian Show is what hell actually looks like. Yep. This is why I'm on Team Satan. Regardless, I don't have what he has in store for me. As long as it's not this, I'm on board. Sign me up. Who's the peepaw? It's said, but I don't care enough to remember. I thought Captain Kangaroo was dead. He is. That is a walking corpse, clearly. And all right, cool. Moving right along. Let's do some what the fuck, y'all. Shall we? What the fuck? And first up on tonight's what the fuck? Apparently, this guy is a real meteorologist, folks. I looked it up. He's a real meteorologist. This is how trash goddamn this country is getting. They're literally threatening children with murder now for ringing doorbells. iWeather.net says, a child just rang my doorbell. Folks, you do not ring doorbells in 2023. My 6 was loaded. Keep your kids away. To which this person says, so you're willing to shoot someone just because they rang your doorbell? Stand your ground isn't meant for that, and the way you're nearly threatening anyone, specifically kids, is disgusting, and why some people shouldn't have guns, to which they reply, I'm not fucking around. Oh, good God. And then apparently, they updated it or something. Yeah. He edited it, because I guess he's a member of Twitter Blue, and then you can just threaten children and then edit it like it's nothing now. And then he's like, the editing is not much better. He goes on to say, folks, it is a bad idea to allow your kids to go around ringing doorbells in 2023. Read the news. Stop it. If my doorbell rings again tomorrow, I might pull someone's hair, LOL. I'm just playing. But it really is a bad idea for kids roaming around ringing doorbells. This is not 1972. If that brat rings my doorbell again tomorrow, I will call the police. Take notes. She was looking for her kitten. I'm so impatient. Yeah, I'm going to murder you, little 6-year-old girl, because you're looking for your kitten. I feel bad because I warned her that I might pull her hair if they rang my doorbell again. She started crying. Then she told me her kitten was missing. I told her to call animal control because I saw them in the neighborhood a few days ago. Learning opportunity. She found a nice grumpy old man. Others out there will cause harm. Please teach your kids to stay away from the doorbell. So, yep, just goddamn it. And yeah, I looked him up. He's listed as a meteorologist in his fucking area. Here he is. Chris Robbins, Master of Science, MS in Meteorology, is the founder of WeatherNet StormNet. Chris is a professional meteorologist and holds advanced degrees in meteorology. His former education includes both bachelor's degree and master's degree in atmospheric science and meteorology from University of Oklahoma School of Meteorology, along with a minor in mathematics. So, super cool. What the fuck, America? And then, speaking of the fact that you can't do any more in this goddamn country that worried about getting shot, here's a guy who has specific permission to fish on this pond. In fact, he is with the guy who has permission from the owner to fish in the pond. Don't matter. The owner comes out and shoots at him anyway. They were much cooler and nicer about this than I would have fucking been.
What are you doing out there? What's going on out there? Guys, there's somebody yelling at us from that house up there. We have permission to be here.
Hey, you don't have no permission to be here?
Ron, dude, this guy's literally yelling at me for fishing here. Dude, we're with Ron.
We're with Ron. Gary, it's me. Stop. Are you okay?
A fucking moron.
Gary.
What in the world?
Dude, calm down. What are you doing, man? Hey, Ron. I didn't know it was you. We've been having some problems out here with people coming out here. We're not here to hurt nobody. We're just trying to scare people off.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hurt nobody with my gun.
I totally understand.
Yeah, no,
that.
I totally don't understand, you fucking dickhead. I said I was with this motherfucker. Why don't you walk closer to see what the goddamn deal is before you start firing your fucking shotgun in the air? Motherfucker. Take that gun away from... Never mind, I can't say it.
I'm more mad at Ron because Ron said he had permission.
Why are you more mad at Ron? Don't fucking be mad at Ron. Ron didn't do shit. Ron's not the asshole with a goddamn gun shooting at you.
Said he had permission.
I do have permission. Yeah. Did you not know I was in town? Or I didn't know. You usually call me before you come.
All right, cool, man. What's your name?
Don't shake his hand.
All right, Gary. Listen,
Fat fuck. Hadn't seen his dick in 30 years.
I understand. I completely understand. But I'm like a little freaked out right now.
Yeah, no shit.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Trump 2024 motherfuckers. Just goddamn this fucking country. Asteroid 2024. And speaking of which, more shit-stained dirtbags. This guy pissed off that the bus driver wouldn't stop. So decides to knock him out while the bus is still in motion. 5.2 million views.
Bro, what does it say right here? What does it say right here? What does it say right here? It's a stop, right? No, this is a stop though, right? No, this is a stop. Because I'm about to punch you in your face, dead dog. Oh, dead dog. Why doesn't try? Is this a stop? No, is this a stop? Try. Is this a stop? Can you stop the bus? We stop like you should try. Bro, if you don't stop the bus, bro, I'm really gonna smack the you, bro. Yeah, you should try. Stop the bus, bro. Try. Stop the bus. There was 2 stops back there. You're not stopping, and I'm like, yo. Bro, just stop the bus, bro. We just missed my stop. Stop the bus. Stop the bus, bro. Stop the bus. Can you stop the bus?
Yeah, there needs to be stopped by everybody on there. Yeah, so they hit a pole. Yeah, super cool. Put that guy under the fucking jail. Life in prison, no parole. Fuck that. Doesn't deserve to be in society. Hell no. And last up on the what the fuck section. Oh, this is kind of funny. At least we're going to finish out with sort of a funny note, y'all. Apparently they were doing Tchaikovsky's Fifth Symphony at the LA Philharmonica, and they hit a note so beautiful that a woman had a spontaneous orgasm or something, and they recorded it. Anyway, let's see if you can hear the spontaneous orgasm. I guess music can't do that to you. It just make it cream your pants. I don't know. Not a woman, but I guess that can happen. Pretty funny. And all right, that is my what the fuck section. At least we ended on a humorous note. So, knock a white devil out. Was that guy white? Didn't even see. I don't see color. I am colorblind, which is a serious problem, y'all. Nothing to be laughed about. Very reasonable response. Yes, as always. Lots of people spamming the chat. Of course, just another episode. Yep, Asteroid 2024. I agree. Everybody spamming the chat with the customized emojis, and you too can get customized emojis to spam the chat with. To join the Dust Buddies, it's $2.99 a month, and it's what all the cool kids are doing. There's a button down by the chat you click on and support the show that way. You know you want to do it. And all right, moving right along, folks. Got to do a little section I like to go. I didn't pull out my Elon thing. God damn it, Dusty. You have one job and this is it. And you're bad at it and you should feel bad. And here we go. He shall be Elon. Hell yeah, Elton Elon. Rocking it, Elon. And so today, the dumbest motherfucker on the planet had the other dumbest motherfucker on the planet on his popular HBO show to spread nonsense and bullshittery. Disappointment, Bill Maher, who doesn't know what he's talking about and he doesn't care. Doesn't research any guest before he has them on. doesn't hold anybody accountable for anything. He just wants to basically do what Elon wants to do. See, rich people don't want a class war. That's what really we need. We need to combine with all the dipshit Trump rednecks who actually think billionaire Trump is their Lord and Savior. We need to convince them that the real problem is not left versus right. The real problem is rich versus poor. The real problem is the top 1% that are sucking every goddamn bit of wealth out of the economy straight towards them, leaving us all in poverty to fight each other, to be at each other's fucking throats. And the rich people like Bill Maher, who has $100 million, and Elon Musk, the second richest man in the world, they don't want a class war. What they want is a culture war. They want to distract us with bullshit, so we're fighting fucking each other instead of going after them. So this is exactly why he lets motherfuckers like Elon Musk come on his show and just talk the most stupid goddamn nonsense your brain can possibly imagine. You got two big dum-dums here pretending like the woke mind virus is not only a real thing, but a serious threat to mankind and our society. Watch this goddamn fucking stupid shit.
So I think a lot of people thought when you bought Twitter that this is kind of an outlier. Like, how does this, what doesn't fit?
Like, literally nobody thought that. Everybody thought, hey, Twitter is one of the main sources that the next generation is using to get news, to spread progressive ideology, to get educated. And so, of course, the richest fucking man in the world is going to buy that up, nip that shit in the bud so he can turn it into a class warfare outlet. Not a class, a culture warfare outlet. So he can turn us against each other, which is exactly what the fuck happened. Nobody was surprised by goddamn Bill Maher.
With these other things you're doing. I never thought that. Because I think you're
so smart.
With big civilizational issues and problems, and I was right on your page.
I was glad. I was glad the richest man in the world bought up Twitter, because it's real important that you continue this culture warfare so no one comes after us rich assholes, isn't it? Lick his balls harder, you goddamn bootlicker.
I think Twitter is one of them. I mean, you have talked about this woke mind virus.
Yes.
In really apocalyptic terms. You should explain why you don't think it's hypothetical.
Before he explains it, I just want to point out how horrible of a speaker Elon Musk is. Now, I'm not trying to toot my own fucking horn, but I can sit here for 3-4 hours and just talk goddamn nonstop. And yeah, I fuck up my words sometimes, but not too bad. Elon Musk can barely spit out a goddamn sentence. It's about How is this the fucking smartest human on the planet? It's not. He's a goddamn cretin, a fucking nobody who was lucky a few times in fucking business, so we have to put him on a goddamn pedestal and watch dipshits like Bill Maher suck his ballsack. So annoying. Anyway, here he is trying to take seriously this question about the woke mind virus and spit out a goddamn sentence like he has a couple brain cells in his head.
Hyperbole to say things like it's pushing civilization towards suicide. First of all, what is the woke mind virus? And if we don't deal with this, nothing else can get done. Tell me why you think that.
Yeah, so I think we need to be very cautious about anything that is anti-meritocratic.
So first off, yeah, that's what I'm really worried about. Anti-meritocracy, folks. Sure it is. Hey, I got to where I am because of meritocracy. Hey, Trump was president because of meritocracy. Hey, we earned it. The best and the brightest, the rise to the top. It's not what's fucking happening. This is a fiction you guys keep putting out there. What's really important is who you know. The fact that your family was rich. The fact that you grew up in apartheid Africa and your dad stole from the local population a bunch of fucking emeralds that he shoved in your goddamn pockets, and you were fucking flush when you come into this goddamn country. That you had a donor to funnel millions of dollars into your fucking company. That's what counts. Not that you were just the best and the fucking brightest and you rose to the top. This fiction they're trying to goddamn sell us goes against everything we can see with our own fucking eyes.
I think that is that results in the suppression of free speech.
And no pushback from Bill Maher whatsoever. He gonna once again act like he is some kind of paragon of free speech. The dude, under his watch, is accountable for one of the largest, if not the largest, censorship of independent journalists in the history of the world, with the censorship of Substack. Substack is where all the independent journalists went. There actually was another place that they were at. And Twitter bought the other website where all the independent journalists was at. And so Elon Musk came in and he shut that part of the company down. So they all moved to Substack. Well, then he's fucking censoring all links out to Substack. All these independent journalists, they built their careers. They built their whole user base up on Twitter. And they linked their product to Substack. And now they cannot even get their independent articles to the masses because of the censorship of Elon Musk, not to mention all the other censorship he's doing, not to mention that he is in the back pocket of the Modi government in India, censoring tens of millions of people. Not to mention that Twitter is very much owned by Saudi Arabia, one of the largest contributors, investors. You're going to sit there and tell me Saudi Arabia gives a fuck about free speech? Zero pushback from Bill Maher. Just going to let him sit there and use his platform to say all this goddamn lying horseshit. Unchecked, of course.
So, those are two of the aspects of the woke mind virus that I think are very dangerous. Is that it's often anti-meritocratic. You can't question things.
You literally can. Who's stopping you, motherfucker? You're literally on one of the most popular shows in the world saying whatever you want to in front of millions of goddamn people with no pushback. The fuck you talking about, bitch?
Even the questioning is bad. So, another way to almost synonymous would be cancel culture.
Spit it out, bitch.
Tried to cancel you many times.
Yeah. Cancel culture. You're so canceled, richest man in the world. You're so canceled, aren't you, fucking Bill Maher? Paid millions of dollars to say whatever he wants to millions of people. Super fucking canceled. It's what a joke.
Yeah, I mean,
every week.
Yeah, daughters go to college go to high school in the Bay Area, and he was asking them like, well, so who are the first few presidents of the United States? They could name Washington, and I said, well, what do you know about him? Well, he was a slave owner. What else?
Right. Exactly.
Right. This anecdotal evidence that I'm probably just making up anyway. Doesn't that prove that the woke mind virus is the biggest danger to our society because this kid knew that George Washington owned slaves, which he fucking did?
Nothing.
Right.
Like, okay, maybe you should know more than that. Yeah.
Yeah. That is the woke mind virus, exactly.
Yeah, that's the woke mind virus, exactly. Hey, you're right, Bill. This bullshit that Elon Musk made up, that's not important at all, that doesn't really affect society anyway. You're right. That is the woke mind virus you guys are blowing out of proportion and act like it's going to end the goddamn world. Cool, dude.
Yeah. Slavery is obviously a horrific institution, but
obviously
we should still know more about George Washington.
Yes, and they do teach more about George Washington, Elon Musk. This anecdotal evidence that you're just pulling out of your ass doesn't actually prove anything. They teach all about George Washington in school, Elon Musk. I just spoke better than him, and I'm just mocking him. God damn it, spit it out, Porky Pig.
And by the way, one that was practiced all over the world forever, since the beginning of time, by every race, including people of color.
Yeah, exactly. But also, when we're talking about American slavery, it is very specific to our country and the ramifications it had not only in the past, but also in the present. Bill Maher spreading the white supremacy talking point, but blacks had slaves too. And it gets worse and worse, God damn it.
This woke mind virus, how did it start? Was it bats? Was it a escape from the lab? What is your assessment of what? Because it's fairly recent.
Yeah, I'll explain it. So basically, the woke mind virus was created by TJ Kirk. What's up, TJ Kirk? TJ Kirk, back in 2014, 2015, noticed that people were getting tired of shitting on atheism. He noticed that people were getting bored with the content. So he was like, hey, we need another target to outrage people by. We need another target to make fun of because that's how I'll get lots of clicks and make lots of money. So he started the anti-SJW movement, where he went out and he found the minutia the left was doing in order to make fun of them, blow it out of proportion. Unbeknownst to him, it blew up, snowballed until everybody in the entire gifted community started doing the exact same videos. And then it evolved to what we know today as wokeness. They used to call it SJWs, SJW this, SJW that. Now they just evolved it to wokeness because everybody became ashamed to continuously call it SJWs because people like me mocked the fuck out of it. So it just evolved into this new thing. And so then it was picked up by the right because they don't have any policies, any positions, any plans that can evolve or progress our society. All they have is the culture war. And they realize, hey, this is getting a lot of clicks on YouTube. This is a lot of young people want to be outraged by this stuff, so we can plug right into it. And that's exactly what they did, where they go in and out and pretend like trans people are the biggest threat to our society, gay people are the biggest threat to our society, fucking cartoons are the biggest threat to our society, and they feed you this bullshit all goddamn day long to keep you distracted with the fucking culture war, so you will not go after the motherfuckers at the top who are responsible for the fact that you youth, you millennials, you new generation can't afford to buy a house, that you can't fucking have a kid anymore because it's $20, $30 goddamn $1,000 to have a baby, that you're one medical emergency away from being bankrupt. They don't want you to think about that. They don't want you to come after them. So they have to invent new shit to scare you with. When I was a kid, it was fucking Dungeons and Dragons. It was heavy metal music. It was backwards maskings. And these days, it's trans people and gays. It's the same exact playbook. Always for fucking ever. It's not new. It's just a new spin on it.
How did it start and why?
I was trying to figure out where it's coming from. I think it's actually been a long time brewing, in that I think it's been going on for a while. The amount of indoctrination that's happening in schools and universities is, I think, far beyond what parents realize. And I sort of came to
They hate for the populace to be educated. The less educated you are, the easier it is to control you.
Somewhat late. The experience that we had in high school and college is not the experience that kids today are having.
Yeah, I would fucking hope the experience that the kids were having today is not the same experience you had, Elon Musk. Elon went to Pretoria Boys High School during apartheid in South Africa, where just a couple years before he went to high school, they started allowing black people to go to the same school. Yeah, no shit, it's not the same, Elon. No wonder you want to go back to that golden era of apartheid South Africa in your all-boys school where you rule the roost. It's a great thing we're not there anymore. I know you hate progress. All you conservatives do. But either get on board or go extinct, you fucking dinosaurs.
And hasn't been for, I don't know, 10 years, maybe 20 years. So.
Aren't parents themselves also a big part of the problem?
Of course they are.
Well, I suppose in some cases that parents, but I think like the parents are just generally not aware of what their kids are being taught, or what they're not being taught.
But Elon Musk is, y'all. Elon Musk knows all about it. I mean, he's so smart, y'all. He knows all about what your kids are being taught. He's going to tell you the truth, folks, because why would he lie?
The kids think that they're equal.
I mean, yeah. Let me give you an example that a friend told me, which his daughters go to college go to high school in the Bay Area. All
right, so more anecdotal evidence about George Washington. It's all he has to back up his bullshit, because it's not based on anything, folks. It's all stupidity. It's all ignorance. It's all just more culture war bullshit to distract you with. And Bill Maher should be ashamed of himself, but he's not. He's an integral part of it. And yeah, I agree with the sirs. I'm going to war with the woke mind virus on the side of the woke mind virus. Yeah, I'm on the woke mind virus side. But the truth is, it's exactly what he says. If there is a woke mind virus, what it would be, with the fact that Elon Musk sycophants see wokeness everywhere. Every cartoon, every commercial, every TV show, every ad, everything is woke. Can't even go to IMDb anymore and read the comments. You can't go read any kind of ratings for any video game. They've been taken over by these conservative lemmings that all they do is bitch, complain, whine about wokeness 24 goddamn 7. Yeah, there's a woke mind virus, and it's you spreading it, Elon Musk. It's you motherfuckers who are infected by it, and it's exactly what you want to do. You, Elon Musk, want to infect as many people with woke mind virus as you possibly can, because that is how you ensure you never have to pay an extra goddamn dime in taxes. You can keep all your ill-gotten gains forever and ever and ever, even though you can't spend it in a million fucking lifetimes, because this is who you are. Rotten, cold, dead inside. Fuck. And then I noticed a few people shared that Lib's notification and wondered who could they all be following that pay for those tweets. So Twitter has a new feature now where you can subscribe to a journalist and pay them money and whatnot. And Libs of TikTok has been all over everybody's timeline. And who could possibly be paying Libs of TikTok? If you know who Libs of TikTok are, they're the #1 Twitter account that spreads misinformation, doxing, lies, moral panic about trans people that we know have led to violence against them, that we know has caused Nazis to go protest them. This is just integral part of Elon Musk culture war. So obviously he is personally financing Libs of TikTok, and it's been proven here because people that have this little sign, that sign only appears when they're commenting on an account they follow. So big surprise. I forgot to play the clip where Bill Maher says everybody's calling you a conservative these days. They call me the same thing, but you're not conservative. Yes, he fucking is, Bill Maher. Just goddamn it, so frustrating. And then remember, the same people you say, can't you take a joke? Oh my God, the left doesn't have a sense of humor. You can't even joke about anything anymore. Now they're all pissed off at The Onion because they can't take a joke. The Onion, you know, the satirical news site that's very popular, says Goofy beats Ron DeSantis to death with a crowbar. Yeah, it's just a joke, right? We know that Goofy did not beat Ron DeSantis to death with a crowbar. But outrage, say the pearl clutchers. Who in the board was responsible for writing this? This is taken way too far, The Onion. This isn't satire. Satire is supposed to be one, funny, and two, have a hint of truth to it. This is neither. Somehow this sounds like a threat. Yeah, it's a threat, not a parody. Totally. It's a threat that Goofy is going to be Ron DeSantis with the crow. But God damn it. What's wrong with you people? And even Elon Musk was all outraged by it. Fake outraged, of course. ALX says, the same people who are outraged at the Babylon Bee for telling the truth about Rachel Levine, you mean misgendering her just out of meanness? Will have no problem with this tweet from The Onion. I do not have a problem with this joke from The Onion because I have a sense of humor. And Elon Musk is like, The Onion has become jarringly unfunny. At the heart of humor is a revealed truth, but woke is a lie, so it's humorless. I mean, what in the fuck does this have to do with wokeness? What does Goofy jokingly beating Ron DeSantis to death with a crowbar have to do with wokeness? And how is it a lie? It makes no sense, but it's not supposed to make sense. He's not a smart person. He is a dipshit who is desperate to keep hold of every single dime he has sucked out of the goddamn system. So it's no wonder he finds the Babylon Bee hilarious. And it's also no wonder that he hates The Onion. I wonder if there's something that has made him hate The Onion. Oh, maybe it's because of the past Onion stories like Please Like Me from Elon Musk. Elon Musk hides in dark Twitter office as landlord bangs on door demanding rent. Elon Musk demands Twitter servers explain what all the wires are for. Yep, can't have that. Can't make fun of me. You're so unfunny. Because you're woke and woke is a lie. But yep, he loves the Babylon Bee. Here he is crying, laughing at this banger from the Babylon Bee. Prepare to laugh. Fauci says he never locked anything down and has never heard of COVID. It just makes me sad, folks. It just makes me sad. I mean, I understand the tears of sadness, but holy God, Elon Musk, low level. And then, remember, he promised, folks, hey, the whole reason that we need blue check marks being paid for is because we have to stop the out-of-control bot problem. And we were all like, how is that going to stop the out-of-control bot problem? These bots are just going to pay you $8 and they're going to have carte blanche to spam all over the place. And in fact, you're going to give them priority over every other account, which their spam is going to show up at the top of everybody's tweets. It's the exact opposite of what you claim is going to happen. Of course it is. But that did not stop the bots in any way. We knew it wouldn't. Now what they're doing is, if you post like a picture of your own shirt and you talk about, hey, I found a shirt in my closet, the bots will take a picture of your shirt with a spam link promising that this is where people can buy the shirt. But it's not. It's just a spam link, of fucking course. Official shirt link, say these spammers with a blue check mark. Super cool. Official shirts. Whatever Elon says, it's always the fucking opposite. And WordPress becomes the latest platform to remove Twitter due to the new high-priced API plans. It used to be free for outside websites to use the Twitter API. Basically, all it does is allow you to link your tweets, automatically pull up your tweets on your website or whatever, stuff like that. But now Elon Musk is charging $45,000, which nobody can afford, so everybody stopped using the API. The main reason I think he started doing that, not only to make money, but also because people were writing apps to block blue check marks, and he couldn't have that. So he's just going to get rid of everybody using the API altogether. But millions and millions of people use WordPress. It's the main template, the main program that people that don't know what the fuck they're doing to build websites use to build their websites, because it's super easy to use. And now none of them can link their Twitter anymore. Now their Twitter feeds won't show up on their personal page anymore because they've all had to quit using Twitter's API. So, yeah, millions of WordPress-powered websites can no longer share to Twitter via its popular Jetpack plugin. He is making Twitter obsolete before our eyes, folks. He is MySpacing Twitter, and it's going to happen. Twitter is dying so rapidly. I can already tell you what's going to happen. So Blue Sky from Jack Dorsey is coming out. It's already out, but it's invitation only. Eventually, it's going to be released to the public. They're still working out kinks and bugs. The public is clamoring for a reasonable, usable alternative to Twitter. The moment Blue Sky goes public to everybody, there's going to be a mass exodus from Twitter. All the cool folks are going to leave, and once the cool folks leave, all the chuds, they're not going to want to be in the desert that is Twitter. They're all going to jump ship. We're all going to Blue Sky, and then Twitter is going to be sold off for parts. And Elon Musk has so much money, he doesn't even give a shit. As long as he has stopped the progressive message from being spread on Twitter, he'll be happy. But we'll just move. We'll adapt. We'll improvise. We'll fucking overcome. You can't stop us, Elon. Woo! Dusty hyped up tonight. And, all right, let's see where I'm at. Oh, and then, apparently, talking about the death of Twitter, somebody keeps posting the entire Super Mario Brothers movie on Twitter. You know, the #1 animated movie of all time, made like $10 trillion. Yep. Now, because of Elon Musk's new blue checkmarks can post an hour-long video. And so they only have to pay $8 to do it. All that can happen is they ban their account, so they don't give a shit. So these people are using their blue check marks to post entire full-length movies in 2 parts. So hell yeah, cool, Elon. Love to watch your site die. And then, oh yeah, this happened to me, folks. If this happened before the show, so if you see it again, this is exactly what's happening to me. So there's a small group of Twitter users, of which I'm one, that keep getting logged out of Twitter, and you can't log back in. You keep logging over and over again, it won't work. Instead, it takes you to this page. The baby girlified an abuser. It's actually so over. This cute picture of Johnny Depp. Gave him curvy thighs and this, and I love it. And for some reason, this is popping up on all of our Twitter feeds when we're trying to go to anything. We can't log in anymore. I guess they fixed it recently, but the whole site is breaking down. It's almost like he shouldn't have fired everybody who knew how to run the website. Seems bad. And then wonder why the advertisers have fled the site en masse. It's just shit like this. They do not want their tweets. They do not want their ads under tweets such as this. Maj Tour says, if you do a drag queen story hour for children in my community, I'm going to pull up and assault you. This guy does not give a shit about children. Not once ever posted anything about an actual pedophile, nothing about the churches, nothing about the Catholic Church, nothing. Doesn't give a shit. It's just all fake. It's what you call virtue signaling. But it should be called vice signaling because it's not actually a virtue to be this way. I'll be arrested by the time I bail out and you reschedule another one. I'll pull up again, smack the fuck out of you once more because I don't give a fuck. 3,000 likes, almost 300,000 views. Yep, brought to you by Coca-Cola. That's why Coke is abandoning your site, Elon Musk, and they're not coming back anytime soon, no matter how much you lie about it. And another reason the advertisers have fled the site, another example of the obsolescence of Twitter, is the fact that the new rules cause Twitter blue check marks to be at the top of every tweet. And pretty much the only people who have paid for the blue check mark are Elon Musk fans, chuds, conservatives, probably 90% of them. So at the top of every single tweet now on Twitter, 90% of the main comments are from conservatives. Here's a great example. ABC News, black people make up 13% of the U.S. population, but black doctors are not equally represented. How can we get more black doctors? Every comment is like, hey, this book from this conservative about how race trumps merit. Meritocracy is no longer a big deal anymore, is at the very top of the list, of course. Should we apply the same racial ratio to other professions like basketball and football? Is it fair to other ethnicities to have a sport dominated by a single skin color? Because that's the same. Every one of it. Nothing but conservative, folks. That's all Twitter is now. I cannot wait till this site dies. If you are on Twitter, I suggest you get a Blue Sky account. I'm only still on Twitter because it's my job to cover it. Like, somebody has to cover this shit. But I suggest none of you are on there. Abandon the site as soon as you fucking possibly can. And one more. Remember Jack Dorsey, who went public, who said Elon Musk is the only person on earth he trusts to run Twitter? He's glad he's selling to Elon Musk because he is the one who can spread the light of consciousness to the world. Yeah. When he wrote a year ago that if Twitter had to be a company at all, Elon is the singular solution I trust. I trust his mission to extend the light of consciousness, said Jack Dorsey, which just shows you what a fucking moron Jack Dorsey is. Every single body who had a goddamn clue knew exactly how this was going to go. He knew he was going to turn Twitter into a right-wing circle jerk, exactly like the fuck has happened. I have been predicting this for a year. Every prediction I've made has come true, and it's not because I'm a fucking genius. It's because it's goddamn obvious, Jack Dorsey. Anyway, now he's like, oopsies, yeah, Twitter's a fucking idiot, and he's not doing a great job at Twitter. No shit, Jack. Welcome to reality. You weren't saying that shit before when he was giving you $44 billion, of course. But I mean, it's kind of funny that Jack Dorsey sold Twitter to Elon Musk, made bank, and then he's just going to start a competitor that's going to close down Twitter. So sort of, I dig it, but also you're a jerk and a dipshit a little bit there, Jack Dorsey. And that is my Elon Musk coverage. Hell yeah, folks. Getting underarm sweat again. God damn it. Look at this. I'm disgusting. I'm fucking disgusting. I even bought me some underarm pads, but I got a new shirt and I'm like, hey, you're not going to need it for this new shirt. Great job, Dusty. Next show, underarm pads. This is a bomb ass shirt. I had ordered off eBay. I used to wear these shirts when I lived in Denver and they don't sell anymore. They're from H&M. And so I had to find them used on eBay. So anyway, different story. Dustradamus, yeah, I just read what people say and then I report it. It's not very complicated. I never Twittered. Good on you. You're one of the good ones. Retracted. I know, right? Too little, too late. Hell yeah. And folks, if you love my show, even if you don't like my show, if you're watching for any fucking reason, could you help me out? It's the first of the month, which means I've lost a lot of patrons. That's what happens at the beginning of every single month. They drop down. But if you become a patron, you get access to all the exclusive content, like tonight's after party, which is going to be awesome. I am on the ball tonight. I am feeling on as shit, so you're not going to want to miss it. You get access to all the other after parties. I've done whole complete fucking shows that were never put on YouTube before that you have access to. And it's whatever you can afford. Just whatever monthly price you can afford. I'm not guilty. Just donate anything and get access to it also. Could you please? I know it's a pain in the ass. I know that you're stretched thin. I know you don't put your credit card information in. It takes PayPal too. But please help me out if you're watching the show and you want me to continue to do this great show, because I need your help if you can. And I apologize for e-begging, but what the fuck else am I going to do? And now let's read the super chats. Like brother shows the super chats. It's how we keep the lights on around here. Dusty Goated, hey, appreciate it. You should not found. April S. I love me some April S. Hell yeah. Amazing human being. Get the 5 Cult Dusty memberships. I expect to see all 5 of you motherfuckers at tonight after party. If you go to the community section of YouTube, you have a link to the after parties. So you motherfuckers who are Dust Buddies get access to the greatest after party in the history of mankind. So be there. What's up, Parker? Love you. Oh, so wait, I gotta, man, okay, I'm sorry. I do have the cat condo pics. I promise I will, I don't know where they fucking are right now, but it's like literally in my hallway right now. They love that thing. They like it. I had another one in their cat room. They don't even use the one in their cat room as much as they use the one that you gave me, Parker. So I'm going to take a picture of it, but I swear to God, that thing is fucking getting amazing use. So thank you. Water Polo Wizard, $10 Australian, a quick chat in dollar dues from the future. Chats for the cats. Hell yeah. Thank you, a future motherfucker. I usually am against future motherfuckers, but you are one of the good ones. Shade Bear Running, $5. More for Dusty. Hell yeah. Thank you, brother. Rick Riddle. $10 Canadian. Hey, Dusty, thanks for being an LGBTQ ally. It's easy, but I appreciate it. We need more people like you in the world. Also, trans rights. Hell yeah, thank you. Vincenzo B, $5. Under capitalism, having any principles is perceived as rational and naive. It's why morality is relative and reduced to tribalism. Ours and know this. Yep. That's why they use words like virtue signaling to demonize and belittle anybody who's trying to be a decent human being. They're a piece of shit, and they hate anybody who's decent. $2. Happy May Day. Solidarity forever. Hell yeah. Thank you, D. Appreciate it. Charlie Kelly. Keep fighting the good fight, Dusty. Love you. I love you, Charlie Kelly. Blazing Chronic. Thank you, Dusty, for bringing us the truth, no matter how bad it hurts. $3 from Fallout 3. Love me some Fallout. One of my favorite games of all time. A Boogie Person. Happy May Day, comrades. Hell yeah. Happy May Day to you. Demon Ox. $5. If you want to protect kids, bring them to drag shows. Christians and priests want to be there, so statistically, it's now the safest place. I just remembered I had a clip, and it's not in the show. I didn't see it when I was putting the show together, but it was a preacher who was kicked out of a drag queen story hour, and he was 1,000 times more creepy and rapey and molesty than any of the drag queens ever dreamed of being. So, yeah, the Christian protesting the drag queen story hour is much, much, much more likely to molest your kid than the actual drag queens are. Catalina Gearbox, what up, Catalina? Just ordered my first gummies. Can't wait to try them. Hell yeah, I'll enjoy that shit. Eat two for me. Demonox, $2 misspelled on purpose because censorship. What you gonna do? Woke mind virus. Big Black Corvette, $20. Very generous, Big Black. On your knees, heathens, all praise Dusty. Here's my tithe. Accepted. You are loved. Alani Clark, 5 gives. Hell yeah, what up? Socialism. Gotta love it from you heroes out there. Q4S. Pornhub has blocked all of Utah. Poor motherfuckers. Maybe Utah will go blue in 24. At least blue balls enjoy money for the kitties and doggies, I guess. Kitties, though, I know they gotta hate that. You know there's some porn watching motherfuckers in Utah. America is a weird country. Guns, religion, and babies. Yep, in gun we trust. It's the religion here. Welcome to Dust Buddies. Michelle S. Spam the chat with impunities. Welcome to Dust Buddies. Ryan Fout. You're one of the cool kids now. Caligula Jones, $10. My daddy gave me some of the wealth he stole from Africa. Well, spread that motherfucking shit to me, Caligula. I can use it. April S. Best looking person to ever grace us with their presence. Can you give the super chats to the mods? They're really earning it tonight. I guess I could get their PayPal and send them some super chats. I'll look into that. Thank you, April. Appreciate you. Comrade Ren. Welcome to us, buddies. Hell yeah. Welcome, buddy. Corey Schaefer. Hardly ever catch the show live. No forgiveness. So got a super chat when I can. Also a patron. Aren't you forgiven? If you don't mind me advertising for you, become patron, folks. Hell yeah. Do it to it. Don't leave a brother hanging. Here's 2 years of watching. Hell yeah. Thank you for watching, Karma. A Boogie Person. Happy May Day. Power to the workers. Eat the rich. Hell yeah. They delicious. Come on and eat them up. And Michelle H. More socialism. 5 Cult of Dusty memberships. Better see you guys in the after party. Elon is a terrible person. Yes, he is. Who would have thought the richest person in the world would be awful? Everybody. Hippos from Maximus. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Norman Vinane, $20. Let's hear it for the mods. Killing it tonight. Love the show. Yep. Thank you, mods. You are the unsung heroes of the show. I appreciate your tireless efforts to get rid of all the spammers. Cole James, amazing person. One of my favorite names, Cole James, for the sweat. Oh, yeah. I'm sweating for you guys. I'm sweating. And also, Dusty, getting thin. Getting thin as fuck. What? Hell yeah. Eating right. Feeling good, y'all. Got the energy to prove it. Just tweet me a pic. Glad they love it. Okay, we'll do, Parker. I'll find it. I'll tweet you a pic. Cupid Lover, 1972, $5. Dusty, I get my Oshkosh overalls off eBay. They don't make them anymore. When you mention H&M, doesn't make your shirts anymore. Yep, great place to get them if you have to off eBay. And Blood Moon, $50. Very generous, Blood Moon. On a separate note, you have a voice of a rock singer. Make a cover. I'm okay singing certain songs, but I'm really not the greatest singer in the world, to be honest with you. I'm not no Freddie Mercury or nothing, but hey, you don't have to be anymore. They can make you sound like Freddie Mercury, and autotune helps out. But I really appreciate you. Thank you, Blood Moon. That's very generous. Super chat, says Christopher Green. And sup, dude? Omero, $50. So generous. Sup to you, Omero. You rock. And April S., you don't really need to give the super chat to the mods. I was just saying they were killing tonight. Hell yeah, they kill it every night. Love you fucking heroes, and thank you everybody who's been so generous on the super chats. Get the rest of your super chats in. Gonna read all the rest of them at halftime, folks. Still got a hell of a show. We're not even really halfway through it yet. So let's continue. It's everybody's favorite section. Let's do some Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch. much. We talk about Chuds, and then we make fun of them. Yeah, we do, and they still on the same bullshit. People still talking about face diapers. Here's a Baghdad Barbie, Tommy Lauren. I personally hope liberals wear masks forever. Who gives a shit? What is it your business? They think it's the ultimate flex. Like literally nobody thinks that. Few people are even doing it anymore. This just shows you how little you guys have to offer when you're still on this bullshit. But really, they're just proudly affixing dirty diapers to their faces as virtue signaling of stupid. Yeah, you talking about this is a virtue signal to your idiots. You don't actually care about this. Nobody believes you care about it. Why would you care about it? You're just trying to pretend like you're about something when you ain't actually about shit. And then, apparently, these two kids are enemy number one for MAGA cultists this week. Pretty much every popular right-wing influencer has mocked them. Here's the Hodge twin, the fucking meathead Hodge twins. So I'm going to say these kids, they're a little cringe. I mean, they're excited about being left-wing, but they're obviously just doing this to get clicks and money, obviously. But still, at the same time, it's no big deal. Anyway, here they are talking about how leftism is taking over the next generation.
What the Republican Party doesn't understand about Gen Z is we don't like you. You claim you want to appeal to Gen Z, but you call us stupid, you say we're dumb, you say we're indoctrinated. I promise it's a losing strategy. And Gen Z is watching the Republican Party extremely closely as they destroy our environment, take rights away from women, do nothing about kids being shot in schools, and if they think they can give the middle finger to our generation and get away with it, they're sorely mistaken. What the Republican Party...
So here's the interesting fact about this. So they put a special note on the video for these kids. It's not here. Where's the original video? Here it is. Basically calling them paid operatives. In late 2022, Biden's campaign team connected with young social media influencers, including Harry Simpson, to draw in voters. But they don't say the same thing on people like Ben Shapiro's videos or Dave Rubin or any of the other people that are literally paid by billionaires, funded by the billionaire class, the Peter Thiels of the world. Nothing like this on the actual right-wing shitheads making millions pushing propaganda. But for these two kids, hell yeah. They'll put this out there all day to try to discredit them. And every single right-wing influencer was Johnny on the spot to make fun of these kids because this is all they have. Those kids know more than you, Hodge twins, though. You're just jealous that the kids got more sense than you do. And then, even when right-wing leaders are told that everything they're for is unpopular with American people, even when they're told, hey, you're using the youth vote, and this is why, this is what all the polls say, they still won't accept it. They won't listen. All it is whataboutism all the time, and this is why your party is dying. This is why you will lose. She's told and don't give a shit. Let's watch. This is even on Fox News, yo.
I want to quickly ask you about cultural issues, because we've got some new polling on this. On the issue of trans issues, polling higher is people are more worried, voters are, about attacks on trans families than they are about trans people competing in sports. When asked about issues involving schools, the top concern you can see here was book banning. Now there's word major donor to the GOP, Peter Thiel, is unhappy and is going to hold his money out because he doesn't like these debates about abortion and trans and bathrooms and all of that. Are you worried that these cultural issues are hurting the GOP?
Well, one, the Democrats are using this word book banning. You're seeing it a lot. You saw it on Biden's launch. That's a lie.
It's not a lie. You guys are banning books all over the fucking place, just like you've always done, but not going to address the issue. Going to do some whataboutism and try to change the subject. You never learn.
Book banning, what Republicans are doing are protecting our children and parental rights and saying 5-year-olds shouldn't be reading sexually explicit material. Ron DeSantis went in front of camera.
I love it how they say his name like he's a drag queen. Rhonda Santis.
And read some of these books, and the news stations had to go away because the material was so explicit. But now we know their game plan, right? We can have a conversation about issues, and really what it is about is parents should have a say in what's happening with our kids. And I think most Americans support that, but it's good to know the Democrats' playbook, and we're going to push back on that, especially coming from a Democrat Party that is banning freedom of speech, that is canceling people, that is destroying your life.
Yeah, tell that to Bud Light.
If you don't think with their orthodoxy, this is a Democrat Party who is saying if you think outside of the box of everything we are dictating to you, we will make you lose your job.
Literally, you guys got the advertising agent from Bud Light fired because she sent a branded can to Dylan Mulvaney. You guys are shooting up a Bud Light cans with fucking automatic rifles, yo. Every accusation is a confession.
Destroy you. So they're banning people. They're banning freedom of speech and freedom of thought. Republicans are protecting children.
You're not.
Right, we will see you on
Literally, Republicans are the one casting the spotlight on people not molesting children in order to provide cover to actual child molesters. We all see it. We know it's true, and that's why you guys are dying rapidly. And yeah, they know they're dying, folks. So they've been saying this forever, but they're bringing this talking point back that we're not actually a democracy. Because conservatives hate democracy. The more people that vote, the worse it is for them. The only way they can maintain power is to rule us by minority, to make sure less people are allowed to vote, to make sure the people that get the less vote get the power. Don't believe me? Here's Lauren Boeberts. Snarls, we're not a democracy, so quit with that in response to calls for gun laws. Yeah, who gives a shit what the people want? The people in power, the landowners, the rich rule you. We are a constitutional republic. It is a suicide pact. Bow down, plebes. Yep. Always the same. And this is definitely going to get the youth vote back. Bridget Gabriel, raise the voting age to 21. Bring back the draft. Gen Z is a disaster that requires emergency correction. Yeah. Take the vote away from the young people and send them off to war, those little assholes. There's a winning message to get the young people over to your side, isn't it, Republicans? I wonder why you're losing horribly. Love to see it. Please continue this. You're the MVP for our side. And speaking of MVPs for our side, all you idiot MAGAs with your conspiracy theories, you make your side look like a joke because you are a joke. At least we have the good liars to help us make fun of you.
Mainstream media is not really providing anything. I mean, Tucker has been good about what he's released recently.
Totally.
You know.
What about Joe Biden? Is Joe Biden?
No, I believe when all is said and done, we'll find out that Joe Biden is actually his twin brother, Beau.
Joe Biden is his twin brother, Beau.
Yeah, I think Joe's been executed, and what we think of as Joe Biden is actually Beau.
Wow.
And people are waking up.
Well, what would you say to someone who said that none of that makes any sense?
I would say, on the surface, I agree with you.
Yeah, on the surface, I agree with you, but I'm pretending to believe it anyway, because I'd rather have you believe that I'm an idiot conspiracy theorist than you believe the truth, which is that I'm actually a giant fucking piece of shit that doesn't care about democracy, that doesn't care about this country, that wants to watch the whole thing collapse. And I love Donald Trump because he hurts people. He hurts the people I want to be hurt. I'm miserable. I hate my life. It didn't go the way I thought it was going to, and I want everybody to suffer the goddamn way I am suffering. Fuck all y'all. But I don't want you to know that. So yeah, I just believe in silly conspiracy theories. Yeah, we see right through you, motherfucker. And then, I promise y'all, I have not done any cocaine at all. And then, I don't know if you heard, but Trump is refusing to do any debates. They have a bunch of debates for the Republican nomination. And he didn't do a lot of debates before because he's scared as shit. He knows he's a rambling nincompoop and doesn't want to be called out for it. So he's skipping all the debates. But the cult members don't see any problem with it whatsoever. The cult members are fine with it. He would win every debate, hands down, easily. But he doesn't have to do it. Why would he do it? Let's make an excuse for him.
I mean, everyone knows President Trump will win any debate and the people want to see him. However, why go into a rigged, stacked system that we've seen before? They're choosing networks that have tried to set President Trump up in the past. They're choosing the Reagan Library. Which,
not the Reagan Library.
Maybe sound great.
It does sound
in the past, but
like
it's run by the publisher of the Washington Post. I mean, why should he subject himself to something that is so rigged against him? I think that's the point he's...
That's right. He's the smartest man who ever lived. He would easily, hands down, win any debate, but everything is rigged against him. He's the biggest victim of the planet, and he can't. He really wants to debate, y'all. He wants to, but he can't. He can't for good reason, because they're all so mean, the big bullies. Just goddamn it, pathetic. Conservatives are fucking pathetic. And I don't like the word cuck, but how can you use any other word for these people? Steve Bannon, a man who Trump repeatedly demonized, calling him Sloppy Steve. Shit on him in every way a human being could be shit on. Made fun of him, made fun of his weight, made fun of the way he looks. Now going on his show talking about how Trump is gracious and has class and is a really nice person. They don't give a fuck about the truth.
Trump, I've gotten to know President Trump, and he's a really kind person, and he's a really funny person, and I think that comes through in the book.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
No, I think one of the powers of the book, you see graciousness, class, the respect people have for him, the respect he has for people.
Right. That's right. So much respect for people, graciousness, and class. Sloppy Steve. Just good goddamn, you can't even fucking parody these people. They're walking, living parodies every second of their life, and it's a cult. It's just amazing. The cult-like admiration this man has. He's not smart. He's not funny. He's not talented. He's not in good shape. He's nothing. He's just a literal blowhard, narcissist, egomaniac. Yet here he is at Mar-a-Lago at this couple's wedding. And look at the cult-like devotion they have to him. Look at the way she's looking at him. Like she's meeting Jesus. It's just insane. This is how people used to look at L. Ron Hubbard. This is how they look at Muhammad. So they always look at cult leaders. David Koresh used to fuck the wives of his congregation members. It's just crazy how easy people are to brainwash fool into worshiping you. You don't even have to be quality in any way for this to happen. And the crazy part is, Trump occasionally can tell the truth, but only when he's talking about other conservatives. Here he is, Trump of all people, making fun of Ron DeSantis for his feckless response to COVID. Trump's like, so explain, why did Ron DeSanctimonious do a good job? Highly overrated. New York had fewer COVID cases. Yeah, he did a terrible job with COVID, just like you did, Donald Trump. Hundreds of thousands of extra people died when they need not to because of you. 2-1 conservatives to Democrats. You helped destroy your own fucking party. But with no hint of irony whatsoever, going to go out there and make fun of Ron DeSantis for doing badly when it comes to COVID. Just no self-reflection, and yes, hypocrisy off the chart, as always, with these motherfuckers. And Ron DeSantis needs a new fashion advisor, y'all. This actually makes me embarrassed because I used to wear heightened shoes. I used to wear lifts in my shoes when I was in Denver and thought nobody could tell. But now that I think back, oh my God, everybody used to make fun of me. They had to have known. They had to have been making fun of me behind my back, snickering. And because look, you can so obviously see he's wearing lifts in his shoes. DeSantis heel lifts are so high, it looks like he's being photographed mid-rapture. It looks like he's about to take off with his tippy-toe standing motherfucker. You short, embrace it, Meatball Ron. Nobody's buying it. And then over there in Oklahoma, these are the type of people running your schools. Here's a superintendent of schools claiming that, hey, they're not book banning. They're just trying to get rid of pornography in schools. And also, we need the Bible.
Oklahomans, we have a clear choice in front of us. When it comes to our schools, do we want the radical ideology into our classroom that pushes gender theory, that pushes graphic pornography in order to perform a social experiment on our kids?
Isn't that happening? Isn't that exactly what they're doing? Aren't they just putting gay porn all over the schools in order to indoctrinate the children? It's not. That's what you're trying to do with the Bible, which is incredibly pornographic and contains incest and all kinds of other stuff kids shouldn't be reading. Yes, exactly. Exactly what you're doing.
Or do we want the U.S. Constitution?
No.
Do we want documents like the Federalist Papers
Fuck
and
the
the Bible?
Papers. Fuck the
so
Bible.
that our kids understand our history and how our government was put together.
Like slavery? No slavery? Oh, shocker.
Those core fundamental principles that have made us the greatest country in the history of the world. Real Americans know that we've got to support our kids by giving them a great understanding of our history. Radical leftists in the Biden administration, they would prefer to sexualize our kids.
definitely going to sexualize our children. You guys are the ones continuously talking about this. Our kids wouldn't even know about it if you guys would just shut the fuck up about it for 10 seconds every once in a while. But you don't care. But at least some good news. This Chud Ash college president lost a no confidence vote after canceling a drag show. He was like, oh my God, drag. It's so divisive, derisive, and demoralizing misogyny. So yeah, a no confidence vote from the other professors. Get this motherfucker out of there. That's West Texas A&M. Hey, good on you, Texas. Texas actually did something good for a change. Can't believe it. And bad week for Steven Crowder. A lot of his fans are turning against him. Now, I'm not going to have too much copium. I know conservatives don't generally hold other conservatives accountable for anything. So a couple weeks from now, he's going to be right back as popular as he's ever been. He just got offered $50 million. He's still going to make, $20 million a fucking year while I'm doing, 40,000. So I can't talk. But at least I can bask in the Schadenfreude a little bit because his whole subreddit was flooded with people just making fun of him, talking down to him, brigading him. And listen up, liberals, and she took the kids. What if I told you you can subscribe and understand audio with one API? Oh no, my video evidence from my Ring camera. What a fucking nightmare. You are not taking the car. Change my mind. The myth of consensual divorce. Is there someone you forgot to ask? Yep. The pro, you got a lot of grinding to do. Anyway, making fun of him in his own subreddit. Love to see it. More of this, please. And then, speaking of Steven Crowder, this old clip was resurfaced of him having a debate with Amy Schumer. Man, I actually kind of like Amy Schumer. Nobody was bullied and canceled more than Amy Schumer. Remember 2016, 2015? It became the cool new thing to shit on everything Amy Schumer did. She's a female comedian. Women aren't funny. Let's put every bit she ever did, just make fun of her, mock her for her weight, mock her for everything. And no matter how much of a thick skin you have, that shit does get to you. But Amy Schumer actually kind of funny, in my opinion. Their movies are pretty good. And here she thinks fast on her feet, better than I do. And owned Steven Crowder. Let's have a look.
Steve, here's my question. It's admirable. When do you stop? When do you stop with the abstinence? How will you know it's time?
Well, once you have a ring on your finger, obviously. The only way to know for sure is once you're married. And of course, people know I'm a Christian. This column is not.
Okay, I tell you what, that's a 5-minute clip. I'm not going to play the whole thing right now. I'm going to play that in the after party. So you guys want to see that whole clip? Join me in the after party tonight. Hell yeah, you know you want to, motherfuckers. You want to see all this Amy Schumer ownage of Steven Crowder. So patron, do it to it. And then, come on, dude. Yep. This is all they have, conservatives. They just lie and they lie and they lie and they don't care. So here is conservative hero James Woods. I hear he used to be an actor. Just posting a fake photo, lying. And he knows it's a lie because people have pointed out to him, even the community notes have pointed out to him that what he's posted is a lie. It's a Photoshop lie. But it doesn't matter. Even when they know it's a lie, they won't take it down because he knows the majority of people that come and read this won't read the community notes. They won't click on it. They won't read any of the comments. They would just believe the lie he put. And they will base their ideology upon this collection of lies that right-wing influencers tell them. So James Woods is like, he posts this picture. It's a Black Lives Matter, no human is illegal, science is real, love is love. And then it has spike strips where you can't sit on it. This window ledge is private property. Seating is not allowed. Hey, love is love, but you got spike strips down to keep the homeless people away? To which he says, I love they have the idiot placard with love is love crap posted on the wall. Then ass-ripping spike strips to stop the homeless if they dare sit down. No image could embrace liberal hypocrisy more succinctly. Added bonus, these spike strips are evidently in trans colors. Yeah, hey, no picture could embrace the conservative hypocrisy more succinctly. You'll post anything, any lie, and no matter how many times it's pointed out to you, it's a lie, you don't care, and the people that are reading your shit don't care at all. And yes, it's Photoshop. The colors of the spikes were added digitally. The color bands cut through the spikes unnaturally. Yep. Photoshop like a motherfucker. No shit. But he don't care, folks. And speaking of lies, here's one from Nays Guard. What's up, Nays? Another great example of how they cut shit out of context in order to make their point and lie. Now, if they actually had reasonable points, they wouldn't have to lie. If they actually had policies, positions, ideas that society agreed with that actually progressed us, they wouldn't have to lie. The reason they're doing this is because they don't have anything else. They have to fake it. This is how they win. So watch this shit. This is from the Convo Couch, which has 16,000 followers. Hell, I only have like 7,000. This has more than double what I have. Tech says, I'm going to go and sign that executive order, Joe Biden says, as he suddenly stops midway and just stands there. Yeah, look how senile Joe Biden is. He don't know what he's doing. He's all confused. This proves it.
I'm going to go over and sign that executive order. Thank you.
Look, he slowly walks and he's just standing there. He don't know what he's doing. He's having a senior moment. Is he about to die? Holy shit! We need another president. This one's broken. But hey, let's watch the whole clip in context. He's standing there. What's he standing there for? Oh, he's waiting for a guy in a wheelchair to drive up to him so he can greet him. Yeah. Yeah, there's the context. Nice little edit there, you did. He's sitting there waiting for the people in the wheelchairs to drive up so he can shake their hands, folks. Because he's signing executive action to improve U.S. aid caregivers for people who are in wheelchairs and stuff. Lies, lies, damnable lies. That's all they fucking have. Fear-mongering and lies. But it doesn't seem to be working. At least a little good news, folks, and I hope this is true. I hope this is not just copium. New polls, most beer drinkers support brands working with transgender spokespeople. Most Americans are not terminally online. They don't spend all their days on Twitter absorbing right-wing lies from right-wing influencers. Most people are about love, understanding, and acceptance, and so they don't have any problem with the fact that Bud Light sponsored a transgender person briefly. I hope this is true, and I hope they'll pay for this. But we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. And that's my Chud Watch. DSPs, how's everybody doing tonight? Stoked to hear Nazis were in Ohio. No one else comforts the pedos. I know, right? People like J.K. Rowling. Do you ever ask yourself, why are the Nazis on my side? Of course not, because then you would have to do a little self-examination, and you can't do that. James Wood, Ricky Shutter, and Junkies, the holy trinity of Razzies. I know, the worst of the worst. Talent vacuums. Fox lies led to the deaths of 2 million Iraqis. Yep, they killed a whole bunch of people, a lot of their own. And no end in sight either. All right, let's move right along, folks. Let's see what time it is. 9:30. Hell yeah. It's prime time for a little Trash World. A Trash World! A Trash World! It's a dumpster fire and it's hairless. It's Trash World! A Trash World! Everything sucks all of the time! A Trash World! And first off, Nazis are back! Do they ever go away? And this time they're out in Ohio protesting all of the priests who are raping children, and they're protesting all these youth pastors, and they're boycotting all these preachers. They're not! They're protesting drag queens who there is no evidence have ever led to a single child molestation case. Nobody has ever come forward to say a single drag queen at a drag queen story hour abused them, agree with them in any way. That's what they're protesting? Yeah, of course it is. And they're weird, folks. I guess they got a new uniform. No longer with the khakis and the button-down shirts. Now they have, I don't know, red shirts. And their leader is some weird, creepy Bond villain with a face tattoo. Because of course it is. Let's have a look.
Just do it for me right now. Anyway.
Blood!
I've got
blood! I thought these people hated wearing masks. It's almost like they want to hide their identity. And here's their leader. Watch how cuckish this is. They're just repeating whatever this guy tells them to repeat. This guy is their leader. They have to obey him. And man, I'm just saying, I wouldn't do this, period. I don't care if I was in a crowd that was chanting the cult of Dusty. I wouldn't chant it back, because fuck y'all. I ain't doing what you tell me. Anyway, these people are pathetic. Nice face tattoo. And I have the same jacket. I got it from H&M. So I do like that jacket, though. But the rest of it, horrid Nazis! I need 10 Nazi scalps from each of you. That's a line from a movie. Please don't do that in real life. And what is going on in the USA, folks? It's a wild, wacky time to be an American. Here's what went down in Ohio. And then the Nazis are like, no, drag queens being happy. We can't have that. Blood! Blood! More drag queens. Yeah, there we go. Which side would you want to be a part of? The side dancing, singing, having fun, or the side screaming blood in a chant with a bald-headed, face-tattooed Nazi? Just saying. Seems like a pretty easy choice. Yeah, I love that too. That's the Greatest Show song. Whoa, whoa. Love that song, yeah. That's The Greatest Showman. I would. And this one from Parker. Yeah, Jesus at 10:15, school shooting, Nashville, Tennessee, sleep. Jesus, 10:15, drag show, Nashville, wide awake. Jesus pissed, y'all. I don't care about the kids getting shot, but don't you dance around and drag. Oh, hell no. And speaking of trash world, over in Tejas, 5 people murdered. Apparently, this guy was shooting his AR-15 in his backyard because why wouldn't you at night while a baby was asleep next door? And they said, hey, could you please not shoot your AR-15 at night in your backyard? And so he went over to their house and he murdered them all. Yeah, killed 5 people, including an 8-year-old. Super cool, America. All right, I'm not even going to play it. And so
a manhunt for the suspect accused of killing 5, including a 9-year-old boy in Cleveland, Texas, continues this morning.
Right now,
still hadn't found this guy yet. Terrifying. The only country this kind of thing regularly happens in. I wonder why. I wonder what it could be. So, of course, the governor of Texas, the state this happened in, went out and had to point out to everybody, wrongly, actually, that the murder victims were illegal immigrants. Imagine 5 people get murdered and your first thought is to call them criminals. Greg Abbott, I've announced a $50,000 reward for info on the criminal who killed 5 illegal immigrants Friday. Also directed Operation Lone Star to be on the lookout. So it's obviously why he's doing this, right? He's trying to distract from the fact that AR-15s killed a bunch of people again. There's another mass shooting. So he's trying to put in your head, hey, this is not a gun problem. This happened because of illegals. If they weren't here illegally, they wouldn't have gotten murdered, y'all. Literally what he's trying to do. He's trying to distract from the fact that he's never going to do anything about gun violence. Your kids, your family don't matter one iota to him. But if he can freak you out about illegal aliens, now that pushes his political agenda. The same people that continuously say, don't use shootings to push politics, 100% every goddamn time use shootings to push their politics and distract you. And it wasn't even true. Apparently at least one, I think it was all of them. But according to Liam Neeson, and not the actor, Greg Abbott wants everyone to think the family of AR-15 massacre victims in Texas this week were illegally living inside this country. They were not. They had a permanent resident status. They were as legal as Ted fucking Cruz. But it doesn't matter to him. He doesn't care. The damage has been done. He's got that in the head of the people in Texas that, oh, they were here illegally. Shouldn't have been in our country illegally. You wouldn't have died. And also, I think the guy that did shoot them was an illegal immigrant. How did an illegal immigrant get a gun, get an AR-15, Greg Abbott? What are you going to do to stop that? Nothing? Of course, you are never going to do anything about it. because in gun we trust. It is your religion. And yeah, Greg Abbott faces severe backlash for shameful tweets following mass murder of 5 in his state. Of course, people in Texas are not really bitching him out very much as other parts of the country. But yeah, the next day he gets on his Twitter feed, all smiles for the weekend. Yeah, I scapegoated innocent murder victims for no reason. Smiles. It's so amazing. It's great. And then he sort of like half apologized for calling one of the murder victims illegal when they weren't. After backlash, Abbott expresses some regret after labeling all Cleveland shooting victims illegal immigrants. Governor Greg Abbott expressed regret Monday after facing intense criticism for labeling all victims of the Cleveland, Texas shooting rampage as illegal immigrants, even though it appears at least one of them was not. We since learned that at least one of the victims may have been in the United States legally, Abbott spokesperson Renee said in the statement. Why did he come out and say this? Why didn't he come back and publicly apologize for being a goddamn monster? Because the cruelty is the point, because he gets rewarded by the other giant sacks of shit that put him in office for being as awful as he can goddamn possibly be. This is what Republicans love. The cruelty is the point. We regret if the information was incorrect. They don't regret it at all. And detracted from the important goal of finding and arresting the criminal. Why did you say it in the first place? Because you're a ghoul. That's the reason you said it. And speaking of a trash country, folks, California man who rammed car of teens who played doorbell prank convicted of murder. Super cool. A California man who rammed a car carrying a group of teenagers who had played a doorbell prank at his home in 2020 was convicted Friday of murder. 3 teenage boys died and 3 others were injured when they were struck by a car driven by Anurag Chandra, and the vehicle they were in careened off the roadway into a pole, and Riverside County authorities said can't ring doorbells anymore, folks. Can't do anything in this country without the fear of getting murdered. We are a broken goddamn society. And then, oh my God, did you guys hear about this one? Did you guys hear about this one? So this pretty blonde white lady who was white, she's very white. She was at a store and these Mexicans try to steal her white children. Oh, hell no. You don't steal this, white ladies. And she's obviously very brave. I'm just going to say this right off. She's obviously very brave for being white and coming out and saying this about the Mexicans who did this. Anyway, let's have a look at these videos of her talking about these Mexicans who try to steal her white children.
Monday of this week, my children were the targets of attempted kidnap, which is such a weird thing to even vocalize.
So weird. Almost like it didn't even happen, but it did happen.
And I want to share that story with you. And
she's so brave.
To raise awareness as to what signs to look for.
She just wants to raise awareness. She doesn't even want to tell the story, but she has to, out of bravery, to raise awareness.
And to just encourage parents to be more aware
of the Mexicans
and what is going on around them.
Be aware.
I think right now we are so distracted by everything that's going on in the world.
I know.
That we
Fakers and bullshitters and liars distracting us everywhere. I hate them.
Are kind of have our guards up so much about masks and wanting to keep our children safe that way that we're forgetting the most important way to keep them safe. And
Mexicans.
That is with us,
watch out for Mexicans.
So I'm going to share a story in an effort to raise that awareness, but I'm not ready.
She's not ready, y'all. She don't even want to do this. She has to because of her bravery and whiteness.
This is hard for me. I'm not ready to share
so
this story,
hard.
but I know it's important.
She has to. It's important, y'all.
Be uncomfortable and awkward.
She's suffering for you guys because she loves you so much.
And get the message out sooner than wait until I feel composed, because I don't know if I'll ever be composed.
She's never going to be composed.
So here we go. On Monday, like I said, my children were the targets of attempted kidnap. We went to Michael's craft store just to run a few errands, get some things to make some homemade gifts.
Some white shit.
Very quick trip. I have not taken my children out a lot as of late.
I wouldn't either.
But this was just a situation where we just needed to run this errand.
She had to take her white kids out.
I thought I came prepared. I brought the double stroller, thinking I'd just throw them in, cover them up, put the cover on top, and just walk through the store quickly, grab our stuff, and go. I only had 2 items I needed to grab. And then I did a Target pickup, so that was the only time we were getting out of the car.
Targeted pickup.
Michael's, I park as far away as possible. in an effort to not inconvenience others with our big stroller.
That's right. She's so nice. She's so kind and brave and white.
That was always my go-to. Whenever I brought the double stroller, I'd park far away so that people wouldn't be frustrated with me taking forever getting the stroller in and out. That is the first thing that from this day forward I will be doing differently.
You should.
If I ever
change it up, sister, because of the Mexicans. All right, that was the first video, y'all. It gets even worse. Wait, just wait on the Mexicans.
My children were the targets of attempted kidnap.
That's Katie Sorensen sounding a startling warning on Instagram about strangers trying to grab her kids.
And I want to share that story with you in an effort to raise awareness.
Sorensen says it happened December 7th at this Michael store in Petaluma as she was shopping with her 4-year-old son and 1-year-old daughter. She says a man and a woman followed them in the store. The same man had looked at her in the parking lot. She then heard them describing what her kids looked like, possibly to a third person on the phone.
Totally. They were describing her kids on the phone, and she was just like, I shouldn't run away immediately.
Heard them talking about the features of my children. But I was totally paralyzed with fear. I just couldn't bring myself to say anything.
That's right. And also they were Mexican, so she couldn't say anything to Mexicans.
They waited in line behind her, but then followed her into the parking lot after not buying anything.
Like a Mexican would do.
That's when she noticed a white van had parked right next to her SUV. She thought that was strange because she usually parks far from a store entrance, not wanting to inconvenience people over the time it takes to load or unload her stroller.
She's so nice.
She says the man and woman took 2 steps forward, then 2 steps back.
And then they did the hokey pokey and they turned themselves around. That's what it's all about.
Steps back, very awkward. There is no other explanation as to why they were doing that besides they were just building the courage.
Then the man reached out, asked her to grab the stroller, but Sorensen saw an older man nearby.
The gentleman looked at me and
did you interview this other guy? You didn't? Why not?
his eyes were huge. He saw what was going on and I just yelled for help.
The man and woman took off in the car.
The Mexicans
took
took
off.
off.
Another man rushed up to her from behind after apparently getting out of the white van.
And he kind of acted like he was trying to help me and then just got in the van and drove off.
Sorensen wishes she had been more assertive.
I saw these people. They didn't look necessarily clean cut.
I know. They were Mexican. You can't look clean cut if you're Mexican. That just goes without saying.
I felt uncomfortable around them.
I know, right? Wouldn't you?
Instead of making them uncomfortable with my discomfort, I chose to remain in my discomfort.
That's right. I was so nice to the Mexicans. Next time, fuck all the Mexicans.
Mom learned a very important lesson.
Child safety advocate Mark Klass's daughter Polly was kidnapped.
So, definitely up. And then, folks, she identified them. She was like, yes, it was these 2 Mexicans. These motherfuckers tried to steal my kids. You just know they did, too. Just look at them all Mexican-y with their Mexican-ness and everything. And then, so the police went and found these Mexicans. And they were like, yeah, we don't know what this bitch is talking about. We didn't do anything to her, or we didn't talk to her. We didn't lunge at her kids in any way whatsoever. Here they are talking about it.
Woman and her husband, who are accused of trying to kidnap 2 children outside of a store in Petaluma, are speaking out tonight. The case drew national attention after the mother of those kids took to social media to share their story, and that video went viral. KTVU crime reporter Henry Lee joins us live now with an update on this story. Henry.
Christina, Petaluma police have cleared the couple of any wrongdoing.
Now the woman was accused of fighting back. What? The white lady was lying about the Mexicans wanting to steal her annoying white children? Psh. I just don't know what to believe anymore, y'all.
Racism was alive and well in 2020.
Sadie Martinez, a Petaluma mother of 5, had much to say after she and her husband were accused by Katie Sorensen in viral videos of trying to kidnap her 2 kids at a Michael store in Petaluma.
My children were the targets of attempted kidnapping.
And they were not.
Sorensen said Martinez and her husband had followed her and her kids inside Michael's and later tried to grab their stroller in the parking lot.
To get up and go shopping one day and then be accused of trying to abduct somebody's children is heartbreaking.
Petaluma police noted inconsistencies between Sorensen's videos and her initial statement to officers. Investigators interviewed Martinez and her husband, a UPS driver. In a statement, Lieutenant Ed Crosby said they denied the allegations being made against them by the reporting party. To date, the investigation has produced no evidence or witnesses corroborating the account provided by the reporting party. Evidence gathered has served to support the account provided by the couple from the store.
Because do you really think it's okay to go online and be racist and make stories about a
Yes.
family?
Yes, she did.
It's hard enough to be a Latin family in a white community.
Martinez says she understands why police put out this surveillance image of her and her husband, but doesn't like it.
Unfortunately, we have targets on our back because we were labeled this, regardless of what's true or not.
Martinez says she wants Sorensen prosecuted for filing a false police report.
The Katies of the world, it stops here. I'm sorry. It's not going on anymore.
So then the next thing you know, she got convicted. A California woman is found guilty of lying to police that a couple tried to kidnap her children. What? I'm so shocked. I can't believe that nobody wanted her annoying white brats. Just, this kooky world we live in. What you gonna do? Didn't see that coming. I'm surprised as the rest of you. And then... yeah, KKK cut. That would be great for the Karen section, but we did it under the trash roll section because no Karens tonight. And all right, I think I'm going to skip. D. Snyder came out. This made me so depressed, I almost didn't do the show today. Literally, love me some D. Snyder. D. Snyder coming out defending Paul Stanley, who is a giant piece of trash in his anti-trans screed. I'm not even going to fucking read it. I'm tired of it, y'all. Let's see. And one more. Now, a lot of people have a problem with this video. I think it's another country, by the way. I don't think this is in America. So basically, the gist of this is they put a little black girl out in public by herself, and everybody just walked by her. Nobody helped her, and the little blonde white girl, everybody walked by and helped the little white girl. And I don't know if this is... now, this is definitely legitimate, and I do think this happens. I do think there's a lot of racism in the world, and little black girls are seen differently than little white girls. The black girl is a little bigger than the little blonde girl. So that might have had something slightly to do with it, but still, this is very depressing to watch. So anyway, here we go. Let me turn the music down so I don't get fucking blasted for doing it. All right, let's try it again. I would never do. They would never true. You would always win. So I set fire to the rain. So they're all like, oh, you need help, little white girl, little blonde white girl? Yo, let's all Johnny on the spot. Even the black folks walk by the little black girl because they kind of just see them differently. They see them as women, like full-grown black women, even little kids. It's sad, but that is the society we live in, even though that video is kind of, not 100% legit, I don't think. Not 100% apples to apples comparison, but still bad. And the music sucks anyway. Yes, that's true. And all right, cool. Let's see what else we got here. What time is it? 47. All right. I guess I will do the entire hero section, but let me see what you dirty, sexy boars have to say. Last chance to get your super chats in. We got one more segment before we head on to the after party. So, overtime coming up. Reward me for overtime. You know you want to. What about D. Snyder, Dusty? All right, I will cover the D. Snyder thing in the after party. I'm depressed. All right, join me on the after party. We'll cover the D. Snyder thing, I guess. I don't even want to fucking cover it, though, because God damn it. All right, let's see what you dirty, sexy boys have to say. Boom, there we go. Twisted Sister, we're not gonna take it, but apparently he is gonna take it. Kiss is always Kiss sucks real horribly. Never liked any fucking Kiss bullshit. They're all dipshits. Conservative chud ass. Man, that definitely wasn't 30 unedited seconds. True, it was a little cheesy, unedited. I do agree with you. No blacks help the white girl. I didn't say that. I said no blacks help the black girl. They just walked on by the black girl too. I am going to sleep after the after party. I don't blame you. Get some rest, Pucker Aguirre. All right, move along, folks. Got a pretty good sized hero section. Let's do it. We could be heroes just for one day. And superhero representative Zooey Zephyr. You guys know the trans legislator who's been banned from going into the House. Anyway, so you guys remember I covered this on the last show since they kicked her out, so she couldn't even go in. She's been sitting out on the bench outside and just trying to do her work. represent her constituents the best way she can. Well, apparently a bunch of Karens have taken over her seat. They won't even let her sit on the bench in the hallway anymore, folks. But she is not going to be discouraged. She put out this post. Some folks showed up early this morning and sat on the public benches near the entrance to the house. So seat 31 has moved. I'm up, ready to work. Plus, I hear stand desk are all the rage these days. Yep. Just like a hero, not letting them get her down. Just going to make a joke about it. Stand up and continue business as usual unless, yes, let's name and shame these fucking Karens, folks. Look at these fucking assholes. Just hatred in the heart. These are the ones that came early to steal her bench. Won't even let her sit in the bench in the hallway. Just sitting there staring at her. Yeah, yeah, we got her. We got her good. Yeah, shut her up. God damn it. Find out who these motherfuckers are. And send them roses and whatnot. Fuck everything about this. And hero Pedro Pascal giving the business to Geeks and Gamers. You guys know who Geeks and Gamers are? He's one of those YouTube channels that's like the Quartering. It's not the Quartering, but it's like the Quartering. He makes a million videos about how The Last of Us is woke and Brie Larson is woke and everything is woke. He's one of these that's so infected by the woke mind virus. All he sees is wokeness 24 hours a day, but he gets millions and millions of views in your videos because that's all you have to do as a conservative is say the same bullshit over and over and over again, and the idiots will leap praise, views, money upon you. Anyway, Pedro actually responded to Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, and it's pretty hilarious. Geeks and Gamers put out a video that said, "The Mandalorian meltdown on social media. Pedro Pascal attacks fans and deletes the tweet. Geeks and Gamers covers the story for you. Please watch." To which Pedro's like, "Stay on top of it." Yeah, good job. I love the way he says Pedro, making fun of Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, and gotta love it. And I love me some Pedro. God damn it, I know he's going to disappoint me. But until then, mwah, man crush on Pedro. And they had the Washington Correspondence Dinner again last night. So you guys remember the White House Correspondence Dinner? Basically, it's the thing they do annually where they have the president up there and they have a comedian that comes and just roasts the shit out of the White House and the media and everybody. And it just makes a joke of the whole thing, right? They've done this every single year for decades and decades and decades, except under Donald Trump, of course, because the thin-skinned, whiny piss baby couldn't handle being made fun of, so he refused to have it. He refused to take part. Of course, you know, conservatives all day long, the left can't take a joke. The left has no sense of humor. Literally the opposite every goddamn way. Trump could not take a joke. He could not be made fun of, so he didn't have it. He canceled it. Well, Biden back in office, so they're having it again this year. And he had a mad-ass zinger leveled at Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let's watch her get roasted.
Folks, it's wonderful to be back here again, proving I haven't learned a damn thing. I want everyone to have fun tonight, but please be safe. If you find yourself disoriented or confused, it's either you're drunk or Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, snap! Them fight words, I gotta love it. And also, a big shout out to the host, Wood Jr., is that his name? Anyway, had an awesome zinger aimed at Clarence Thomas, and it's also an NFT joke, and it's just, this is a beautiful joke. Let's have a look.
You are trying to erase black people, and a lot of black people wouldn't mind some of that erasure as long as that black person is Clarence Thomas. A billionaire named Harlan Crow is flying Clarence Thomas all over the world on unreported trips like an Instagram model, taking Clarence to the Maldives and the beaches and all. Paid for his mama's house, this billionaire. Paid for Clarence Thomas' mama's house. I gotta give it up to billionaires. Billionaires, boy, y'all are relentless. Y'all always come up with something new to buy. Like, just when you think of everything you could buy on Earth, a billionaire will come up with a new thing. Y'all buy space rockets, you bought Twitter. This man bought a Supreme Court justice. Do you understand how rich you have to be to buy a black one on top of that? There's only 2 in stock. And Harlan Crow owns half the inventory. We can all see Clarence Thomas, but he belongs to billionaire Harlan Crow. And that's what an NFT is.
That's a great joke. Definitely a great joke. Modern, right on the spot, hit the target, love it. Great job. Roy Woods Jr. I knew his name. I was just testing you guys to see if you knew it. And then last up, finally, on the heroes. So you guys know who Giselle Shaw is. I did not, but apparently she is a wrestler who wrestles for Impact Wrestling, and she is a trans woman. Cool. I guess she's popular. I don't watch wrestling anymore, but I hear she is a good wrestler and does a good job. So anyway, a couple months back, she was at WrestleCon, which is a convention for wrestlers. You go meet the old wrestlers that you used to idolize as kids, the old washed up motherfuckers, and pay them $50 to have a picture with them or whatever. And while she was there, has-been Rick Steiner started screaming transphobic slurs at her, being just a complete dickhead to her for no reason. And I read about this when it happened, but I didn't know if it was true or not. I didn't have anybody that backed it up, so I didn't want to report on it erroneously, but apparently people have come forward to back up that this did actually happen. So now I'm going to read you what happened to her at WrestleCon from this giant douchebag, Rick Steiner. She says, well, first she says, "It saddens me to have to write this, but I feel it must be shared. I have been bullied all my life and have never stood up for myself because I'm scared that I would get beat up physically, mentally, or emotionally. The bullies in my life have always silenced me, but that ends today. I was at an autograph signing event today at WrestleCon, and while I was walking to my table, I hear someone yelling, 'You're a man, you're a dude, you're a piece of trash, you are filth, get the fuck away from here.' I kept my head down and I kept walking as I did not want to acknowledge that hate. When I arrived at my table, I spoke to another Impact Wrestling talent who was at the signing with me and mentioned the incident. It didn't sit well with me, and I wanted to know who was saying that because it's unacceptable, so I decided to take a walk in that area, and I hear that same person saying the same derogatory comments. I looked at the person, and it was Rick Steiner saying those statements. I was shocked and could not believe that this was even happening. To have someone saying those comments who a lot of people look up to and consider their hero was quite shocking and disheartening. I was in disbelief, so I asked him, 'Excuse me?' He kept repeating those hateful phrases and started yelling at me in a public setting. It was inexcusable and unacceptable. Another disappointing part about this whole incident was that there were other wrestling legends who just sat there, turned their heads away, did not want to get involved or stand up for what's right because it involved one of the boys. Judging from that experience, it was more important for them to watch something wrong go down as opposed to standing up for someone who is being bullied and doing what's right. I'm not writing this because I want sympathy. I'm writing this because I am done being bullied to silence. Today is International Transgender Day of Visibility, and I am standing up for myself and for other people who go through the exact same situation on a daily basis. I want everyone to know what kind of deplorable person Rick Steiner is, and this cannot be tolerated. This keeps happening because people let it slide and do not take any action. If you do business with these type of people, then I do not want to do business with you, and hell yeah, Rick Steiner fucking trash." So she a hero, but that's not the only hero. Also, Kevin Nash. Oh, big shout out. I cannot fucking stand Kevin Nash because I am so jealous. God damn it, Kevin Nash. Not only is this motherfucker 7 foot fucking tall, gorgeous, he's cool as shit. Like, save some for the rest of us, motherfucker. What's wrong with you? You can't have everything, Kevin Nash. Anyway, of course, this cool-ass perfect motherfucker got on his podcast and had her back, spoke out for trans rights. I don't know why I'm angry about it. Here's what he said on his podcast, Kevin Nash. "I wanted to get this out there because a lot of people they don't think. And there's somebody that is close to us that I knew for over probably 30 years that's a male. And they have went in and had the full Monty. They prefer to be called she. And I asked because it's just really hard for me to fathom that, to make that decision, especially that late in life. And so I knew that it had to be something traumatic. I said to her, you don't have to say anything. You don't owe me an explanation. I don't expect one. I said, I just want to know how the thought process brought you to this place so late in life. And he had lost his wife to cancer, but there was always talk that he wore women's lingerie and women's underwear and stuff like that underneath his clothes. But he always was like a truck driver and had like a blue collar job. We're a pretty non-judgmental fucking crew at my crib. And he told me that when he was young, he's kind of misgendering her, but I get it. Like 5 to 10, those years that he was raped and sodomized and molested repeatedly by 3 males that were either an uncle, a brother, cousin, whatever it was. And that when his wife passed, he just didn't want to ever see another penis, including on himself. And he went through the transformation. And you think about how fucking sad that is. And it's like, before you fucking judge, you've got to take that fucking... And I'm as guilty as everybody. I jump to my fucking bullshit because I'm always fucking right conclusions. And there's a lot of shit that goes on in this world that's fucked up. And at 50 years old, if that move fucking takes an ounce of that pain away, then fuck yes. And if he walks by somebody, they don't have a right to say shit to him. Later in the podcast, Nas talked about the incident with Rick Steiner and Giselle Shaw. He said that he doesn't know everything about what happened, but that Steiner told him that the person kept coming by, and they stood in front of their table. Sean responded, I'll say it, Steiner was wrong. And I said, I feel bad. Steiner was wrong. There's no doubt about it. That just saddens me. It saddens me that some people are just on a different wavelength. He didn't realize until it was done that it wasn't fucking 1993 anymore. It doesn't make him a fucking idiot. A lot of people got sucked in, QAnon and all these other things. There's some brilliant people that fucking bought into that fucking shit. Everybody knows my stance. I don't have a problem with anybody's sexual preferences. So pretty good for Kevin Nash. I mean, not perfect, obviously. You got this alpha male or whatever raised and brought up in an entirely misogynistic organization and lifestyle. But for him, seems like pretty good. So Rick Steiner was part of the Steiner brothers. Rick and Scott Steiner back in the day. And then his brother Scott started doing a bunch of steroids and went solo. And Rick pretty much faded into obscurity. So anyway, Chud's Roots, hell yeah. Appreciate you, Kevin Nash, but also dial it back just a little bit, motherfucker, for the sake of the rest of us. And all right, folks, hell yeah, that is my material. Finished right on time tonight. We still got some to cover on the after party. We're going to cover up, We're going to cover a clip from that woman who shot up the Bud Light cans on the last episode. Remember her? Well, she's gone public explaining why she did what she did. We're going to cover that. We're going to watch Steven Crowder gets absolutely fucking owned by Amy Schumer. And got a couple more things, so be sure to tune in to the after party. You know you don't want to miss it. Whatever you can afford, be sure to sign up on my Patreon. There is a link to my Patreon in the description of this video, so jump over while you still have time, sign up for my Patreon, and get exclusive access to all the content, including the after show, which is a 20 to 40 minute show that I do every night after the show, so it's bonus material. That's how I make my living, by doing bonus content on top of the free stuff I put out for you guys. So please support me if you're able to. And hell yeah, if you bail out, please hit the like button before you go. Please leave comments, all of the things. Let's read the super chats. Urban Musk, as a kid on AOL, I got Kevin Nash's email. I emailed him as a fanboy like 1985. He didn't freak out on me. He kindly said thanks for the love and told me it was nice to use his personal email. Yeah, I got a message from Bruce Campbell one time, and he had an AOL address. Was a nice guy. Cole James, another for your heroes. Thanks, Dusty. Love and peace. Hey, love you. Thank you, Cole James. Beast Nation, fascists love to play around with context like they do with the words MLK. Yep, they like to take everything out of context, that's for sure. It's the only way they can win. Beast Nation, nah, Leslie Jones was canceled harder than Amy was. True. Shoehead and Milo's fans almost push her to the edge. Most don't come back from. Yeah, that was fucking brutal, y'all. Terrible. The FB on fire tonight, Dusty. Thoroughly entertained. Y'all been feeling good tonight. I don't know what it is. I think it must be the shirt. I love this fucking shirt, y'all. The trash road dedicates my spirits up. Love you, Dusty. Hey, $20. Very generous. Juliet Lynn, I appreciate you. Thanks. She looks like a comic book villain. I don't know who we're talking about. Proto, $5. I'm watching Operation Sex Sting on ID. Absolutely disgusted. Let people pay for what they want. They shade a 50-year-old man and he was crying. This is sick. Yeah. Sex work is real work. Let people fuck for money. It's all good. Dusty, I sent you 2 other super chats. Did I miss them? I don't think I saw them, but I apologize if you sent them. I didn't see them. Please forgive me. But I love you, Cooper Lover. Lizzie Bennett Herder, we're not a democracy. This U.S. is a constitutional republic, a form of democracy. Yes, it is, but they don't want you to vote. So whatever they have to say, they'll say. Cooper Lover, they don't mean parents are stopping free speech. They actually mean they are, yep. Freudian slips. BSG Wolf, $20. Very generous. What up, Wolf? For the kiddies and the puppies, hell yeah. Warning, seismologists warn impending blue ball eruption from Utah. All sex workers are urged to flee to your nearest blue state for your safety. Yeah, they're going to be doing some mass shootings, those sexually oppressed motherfuckers. April S. What up, April? Already read that. Cool. And Hawk, that semi-trunk horn once of a Big Daddy Cool. Wonk, wonk. Hell yeah. Big Daddy Diesel. You're an amazing person. Hey, I try, MJ. You're pretty good yourself. And all right, folks, that's my fucking time. I did it. What a show. Hell yeah. Fast-paced as always. Love the shit out of each and every one of you. I hope you will join me again on Friday. It's only a few days away for another episode of the world's greatest program. Please tell your friends. Please leave comments. Please, if you're watching this on like a repeat, there's a thing called Super Thanks. Usually, sometimes it's not there, but sometimes there's a Super Thanks where you can donate, or you can go by PayPal, cultdusty2@gmail.com. There's a link to this video if you want to send me tips on PayPal. If you want to support the show, please do so. Patreon, all the things. I'm sorry for e-begging, but that's how I keep the lights on. Appreciate you. And all right, guys, switch over now, mofos. Plenty more show coming at you on the after party with Dusty Smith. I just want to say hello, Christopher Warnick. Got in just under the buzzer, you fucking hero. Join me on the after party, Christopher. Got it going coming at you. I'll see the rest of you guys on Friday. Love the shit out of you. And as always, till next time, Logic, fuck yes, and let's play. What are we gonna play? Oh, let's play It's a Wonderful Life, an original song by Dusty Smith to play us out with. Good night, everybody. This one's old. It's an old Dusty tune. Let's do it.
It's okay to feel the way you do right now, so satisfied. Slightly